What's up, Wichita? We have Mr. Tyler Rich here in town, singer-songwriter. Welcome to Wichita, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, what do you think about it? First time here, right?
Yeah, happy to be here. Didn't realize it was going to be this cold.
It is cold.
But I'm happy about it because Nashville is already getting pretty hot.
Okay.
And so I'm a cold guy. I like being cold.
So you live in Nashville, but you're from Northern California, right?
Yeah, up by Sacramento originally.
And I feel like, from just doing a little bit of research, I feel like everybody thinks that you're probably this California guy, city, LA, beach, but you're not. It's Northern California, like it's kind of a smaller town, right?
Yeah, so everybody's perspective of California is the same. It's San Francisco, LA, and Disneyland.
Yeah.
And it's, but California is like the entire, almost west coast of the country, And so I grew up very inland into the valley, very high up into nothing.
Okay.
Just surrounded by a bunch of, awesome people and awesome things to do, but not your typical California.
Yeah, so the move to Nashville, and then that's how you met your wife, right? Medina? Is that right?
Sabina.
I'm
Almost.
so sorry.
No.
Sabina. Okay,
Sabina,
there we go, yeah.
Sabina and I met at Stagecoach in Palm Springs, which is basically Coachella, but country music. So they do Coachella Weekend 2, Stagecoach.
Okay.
And it's all the same people, different outfits, basically. And so we met there, and old-fashioned way, just, what's up, how you doing?
Yeah.
You look good. No, I didn't say that. I was like,
that's the best relationship advice. Do that, guys.
I was terrified. But yeah, we met there, and then the dating, all that stuff happened a few weeks later.
Okay, and she's not on tour with you, right? Is she?
She's not.
Okay.
No, she's in LA working right now. So we still kind of go back and forth. She works in film and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. How's that? I feel like a lot of people see you, they see your relationship. In the world we live in, social media, it's pretty easy to compare, right? I would probably say that. How do you guys handle long distance? And how do you guys even handle the trust aspect for your relationship?
Yeah, I think we're kind of like this special anomaly. And I always say that because I've been through just hell with exes and stuff.
I feel that, yeah.
It's not easy to date a musician that's gone all the time.
Yeah.
But it's also not easy to date, an actress and a model that's constantly, in different types of the same situations in a different aspect, And so I feel like we both just understand each other. And there's never been any jealousy issues ever there. And we've been together for 6 years now.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I think it's just like, it's just, we're lucky to have it for sure.
Love that. That's so well said, yeah.
Such a, two very terrifying industries. And, if she's going to say something about the way my arm is around a girl in a meet and greet picture, then I'm going to talk about who she made out with in that movie. And I was like, I can do that, I don't know them either.
Yeah.
It's just work.
Yeah, one of your songs, though, kind of relates to what you're talking about, Leave Her. One of your songs you're talking about kind of relates to that, Leave Her Wild, right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that and how it relates to kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah, so honestly, that's a great segue because Leave Her Wild is written about her and just her infectious, wild spirit of, I was drawn to her the day I met her at Stagecoach because she was just energy and just, she was hot, but it was different, and all these things. And
she's not American, right?
And she's born here.
Okay.
But parents moved here from Poland.
Poland, that's what I saw, yeah.
So that was the first language, which I've been learning off and on since I met her.
You've been learning some Polish?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting. It's hard. But yeah, Leave Her Wild was like my whole just like vow to her to never try to dampen that light, that person that I met. Because I feel like when you start dating somebody, it's very easy for jealousy and insecurities, and because we all have it, to get in the way and kind of dampen somebody's spark, And so that's what Leave Her Wild's about, is just loving people for who they are and not trying to change them.
That's so awesome, man. Well, I have a relationship, and I've been following you for a little bit. I've been seeing you guys' relationship. It's very inspiring, so keep it up, bro.
Thanks, man.
There we go, yeah. So let's talk a little about the tour. The tour is called 2,000 More Miles. Okay, and what's the meaning behind that name?
So 2,000 More Miles is a continuation of my first tour. First ever headlining tour, so we're excited to bring it through Wichita.
Oh yeah, come on.
It was all West Coast just because it's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Right after COVID, it was 4 times rebooked.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we got to make up time, we got to make up money. I mean, we have like so much we got to do. So West Coast was the for sure first choice.
Okay.
But then it went so well, and like so many DMs and comments like, you got to take this to the Midwest. We need you out here. We need you on the East Coast. Bring this tour here. And so we're like, we should just start the year that way.
Okay.
And skipped the crazy winter weather and kind of threw it into March. And
Yeah, I love that.
it started yesterday in Springfield, Missouri. Here we are in Wichita, Kansas.
Second show, okay.
Tomorrow in Nebraska.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about you guys' pre-show ritual regarding like how many people are at the show. I think it was like the 80,000 thing. Talk about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we play shows sometimes to a few thousand. We play shows sometimes to 50. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
And playing somewhere brand new, especially like Wichita, is for sure going to be a lower selling place for us.
Yeah.
And so, but the way that we always make sure that when we come back, it doubles or it triples is that every single night we play to what we call is 80,000. And so it all stems back to this one show in Oregon. It was, and you could paint this picture. Yeah. It was at a festival, except for it was a 9 a.m. Breakfast on the festival grounds where people were camping. And so they
That's not a festival.
Yeah, and so they were literally
Oh
pressing French toast and pancakes, and people were coming out and just sitting down eating eggs and pancakes
How
to
many
watch the
people
show.
were there?
15, 20 maybe. And so,
my gosh.
and this is like 5 years ago, and we're like, you know what? It doesn't matter how many, it doesn't matter what they're eating or what they're doing or how many people there are. We're gonna play it like there's 80,000 people.
Wow.
There was 80. There was 80 out there, huge area.
Okay.
And we're like, we'll play 80 like it's 80,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, when we were done, there was this guy that, I don't know, he looked like everybody you don't want to see at the show, like an old man that just looked pissed off. And he waited at the back of the meet and greet line, big old mustache, American flag hat, you know, for sure a veteran of some sort. Like, and he was just staring at me, and I was like, oh my God, it's getting closer to the end of the meet and greet line. And then he walked up to me and he goes, man, I've come to every single one of these things. And he said, these are the most boring parts of the entire festival because guys come up here and they just, you know, and he goes, and you guys just brought like one of the coolest shows I've ever seen at the entire festival.
Wow.
And so this weird thing of me being like, this guy's going to rip me apart to like one of the coolest compliments ever. Yeah. So I took that back with him to the guys so he could tell them the same story.
Oh, man.
And so to this day, every single show, whether it's for however many, we break on 80,000 because that's what we play to in our minds every night.
That's so inspirational.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like a lot of artists need to hear that as well, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like some people sometimes even get mad when it's like, I'm this, I have this many listeners on Spotify, this many followers, I should be having thousands of people. It's like, hey, you know, it's a passion first, right? So segueing into that, what drives you? Like, is there a goal one day to be like, I want to be the next, I don't know, Morgan Wallen or the next Jason Aldean? Or do you look at those people as inspiration? Like, what, you know, what's next for you? What drives you?
Yeah. I mean, always you want it all, you know?
Yeah.
It's what, you know, you want it. The stadiums, the lights, real 80,000, all that kind of stuff, right? But at this point in my life, it's all I've ever been doing. So I'm kind of just like, what drives me is the fact I still get to do it every day. Getting to meet new people, coming to new cities. We've been touring for so long that sometimes you forget there's places you haven't been yet. Yeah. And so every little experience is cool. And every year, everything gets bigger and better organically. Yeah. And so I used to always have my eyes on exactly what I wanted it to be. But now I just focus every day on playing for 80,000 and just doing it. That's
so awesome. All right, two more questions. We got to wrap it up here. I love your mission on tour. I was doing some research, and you have this thing where you adopt animals as you kind of go to different cities. Talk a little bit about that whole aspect of it.
I wish I was adopting them, but that is why the whole thing was because I can't adopt all the animals I wish I could have, and because I'm touring all the time. So what I do is raise awareness in each city. And it's called Rich Rescues. And so we went this morning to one that's called LAP. Lifeline Animal Protection Placement, I think is what it is. Okay. LAPP. We just got back. I'm actually muddy.
Oh, wow. It was here in Wichita.
Yeah, here in Wichita. And LAPP is what's called LAP. And hung out with some of the animals there, cats and dogs. And
did they know who you were?
Yeah, so we set them up ahead of time.
Okay, nice.
And the idea of it is that while I'm here in Wichita today, my social media audience will be heightened by people that are local. People coming to the show or people that wish they could come but they're working, or new people we meet, people that watch this video. And so we're like, oh, is Tyler in the band at my favorite bar? Is he at my favorite restaurant? What's he doing in my town? So while we are usually doing that stuff, we're also like force feeding them these animals that need homes in their city. And we usually hit about one a week, give or take our schedule. But yeah, we literally just got back from one like an hour ago. That's why I was like, oh, I'm muddy. I got to shower for the show, but then we got to go to the gym. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for making time for it. And you told me off stage before we started the interview. You said there's one question that everybody asks you. I think I can guess the question.
Well, yeah.
Is it your proposal story?
No, I get that a lot. Though.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's end it with the proposal story because the proposal between you and Sabina is amazing. So do you mind go ahead and talk about that story?
Yeah, for sure. We were in Jamaica, and she is like insanely smart. She can figure out anything.
Okay.
She's like a velociraptor. Like any clue in the pack is just there.
Yeah.
And so I realized I had to be extremely strategic with how I was going to do it. And so had the ring and everything ready to go with the people that were there at the resort, and they had this bungalow lifted up, and we had this 5-course whatever thing from the chef that was at this resort. And so, but what I wanted, our song is Yellow by Coldplay.
Okay.
So what I wanted
It's a good
was
song right there.
it's the best.
Yeah.
And we wanted, I wanted this Jamaican artist to perform it for us. But the only way, if he's just gonna walk up this thing, she's gonna be like, "Why is this guy walking up my thing?"
Real weird.
Are you proposing? So we pay. I keep saying we. She was not involved. So I paid him to come play for an hour at the resort and walk around, playing for everybody. And so he just looked like somebody that they hired. But then at the same time, the hotel, it was like extras were everywhere because it was a dead part of the island. And so they placed, which I didn't know till after the fact, like 100 random people from the hotel that were at the bar and the pool and said, "Hey, will you guys just go hang out over here for like a half an hour?"
Like actors, actresses?
Basically.
Oh my gosh.
But these are just like people from like Iowa on vacation in freaking Jamaica, you know?
That's great.
And playing chess with the giant chess things. And it was hilarious. And I was like, oh, this is a poppin' part of the island. That's cool. No, it wasn't. But so that way he had somewhere to walk around and play for people. And then the film crew, because we had obviously had it taped, you know.
Literally, that's every girl's dream.
You have
right?
to.
Nails done, cameras, videographer, right?
100%. And so they're walking around taking pictures and video while and handing out cards like, oh, you can go get your content later at the front desk. And it was all fake.
My goodness.
And it's so funny. I don't know. And then so he's playing and he goes, "Can I come up and play for you?" She goes, "Oh my God, yeah." So he comes up and plays a couple songs, and then he's like, "You have any requests?" And yeah, I was like, "Coldplay? Yellow?" She goes, "Stop, he doesn't know that song. Let him go, let him go. He already played for us."
Yeah, that's smart, right?
He played it, yeah, they played it, and then
oh man.
yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, I know you got to roll and do some sound check stuff, but thank you. Welcome to Wichita.
Thanks,
Good
man.
luck tonight, and best of luck for you on the rest of the tour.
Thanks, man.
Let's make it happen, bro.
Excited to be
Yes,
here.
sir. There we go.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
Yes, sir.